Hi, everyone. So, I'm going to go over with you evaluating websites and statistics research, which is something that we did in class. And that is due if you had Wi Fi issues and you couldn't really hear me clearly, or if you were absent, or you just need some extra help. So, we are working in collaboration with English Language Arts and Mrs. Salcedo. And if you don't have Mrs. Salcedo, then this is great practice to look up data on an issue that you are passionate about. Keep in mind that when we're finding a website, no Wikipedia is allowed. So the first thing is if you go to the next slide, evaluating websites. At this point, you should have done your homework, which was the Edpuzzle on the TRAP test. If you didn't do the Edpuzzle, you need to go back and complete that on Google Classroom. If you did do the Edpuzzle and you want to watch another slightly different video, but also very helpful video, you can press play on your own time and take a look. We're going to use something called the CRAP test. In the Edpuzzle, it's called the TRAP test, but they both are the same thing. As you can see, C stands for currency, the timeliness of the info. So you want to know, when was this data published? Okay. It matters. You don't want something from 150, 20 years ago. You want something as recent as possible. Within the past 10 years is going to be good. R stands for relevance, so it needs to fit your needs. If your topic is on racism and equality, you don't want to be looking up information on, let's say, climate change. They might be related, but you want to really be focused. The first A stands for authority, which is, where is this information coming from? Is it from just a blogger, or is it actually from a good institution? Okay. The second A stands for accuracy. So it's reliability and correctness of the information. And P is purpose, the reason the information exists. Does the website seem to be biased to you? Is it trying to persuade you of something? Does it show that it has a motive, that one side is right and the other side is wrong? So look for the pictures that they share and the language that they use. So again, what kind of statistics should you find? Statistics equal data. You're looking for numbers. And so, one, you should find statistics that are relevant to the issue you chose. Two, they should serve as evidence to your claim. And three, they should enhance your story. You're either telling a story through a podcast or you're writing a speech. This number shouldn't just be dropped in. It should actually get people to feel something, right? So we're going to practice that. So the topic that you chose, you're going to type in the box here, and I'm going to use distracted driving as an example because many car crashes are actually due to distracted driving. So this next page is actually the class example, and you are not going to be allowed to edit it when you get to it, but you can see what an example looks like. So we are going to be using the CRAP test, and so the first thing we need to do is search for a statistic. So I'm going to look up a statistic on distracted driving. All I need to do is type distracted driving statistics. If it's on racism, you could say racism statistics, police brutality statistics, inequality in education statistics. If it's climate change, you would write climate change statistics. So now let's take a look at some of the websites. So this one's the featured website, and looking at the name of the website, it's called thezebra.com. Now, it has some really cool images and stuff, but are you going to trust a website that says thezebra.com? Something to consider. The next thing is a .gov site. All right. Here's another .gov site, cdc.gov, iii.org. If you see a .gov site, you're going to go to that one first. We can trust a government website, all right? And looking at this website right now, I can see numbers. And you're looking for numbers. Distracted driving is dangerous, claiming 2,841 lives in 2018 alone. So that's awesome. Where did the government get this data? So now I have to dig deeper. Okay. So I can trust that it's a government website, it's authority here. So I'm going to kind of scroll down and look for where did this data come from. And I'm typically you're looking for, ooh, look at all of these results. So they have the actual studies that have been done and the news articles. And so it looks like they are actually doing their own studies. And they have traffic safety facts that have been published for each one. So I don't have to look any further. NHTSA is actually doing its own studies, and that's typically what the government does. That's what some of our taxpayer money goes towards. Oh my goodness. And so I think I'm going to use the statistic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it and I'm going to go in here, and because it's a statistic and because we are going to credit it, I'm going to paste it in here. And so after copying and pasting, it turned the font a little big, so I'm going to just make that smaller. The website link, all I have to do is copy. So if I copy that link, I can go to website link, which is number 1, paste that in. Now is the tricky part, the official source citation. And so I actually went ahead. I did not go over the CRAP test. I went over a couple of them in my mind, but let's just talk about it. All right, when was the information published or posted? So it looks like this was in 2018. Looking at this website here, I'm gonna scroll through really fast, and they have like the dates of different published data, um, and other website information. So I'm going to say 2018, but it's not quite clear when this website was last updated. Um, but there's all this other information. So I'm going to leave it as unknown, but I'm still trusting possibly 2018. So, has the information been updated? Because I saw other data articles that were very recent, I'm going to say yes. And does the information need to be current? Yes, since we're talking about distracted driving. So, all you need to do is take the arrow and kind of drag it and drop it. Does it match my topic? Yes. Have you looked at other sources? Yeah, we looked at the Zebra one that didn't look very good, and it's a government site, so I'm going to, you don't really need to look at other sources. Are your questions answered? Yes. How many people have died? Who is the author? It's the NHTSA, Traffic and Safety Administration. Can you verify the author? Yes. So if it's a government, that's your author right there. And then it's a .gov, so I'm going to say yes. Can I verify this information in another source? So let's take a look. We're going to go to distracted driving fatalities. How many people died in 2018? So there's the first one. There's another NHSTA. Let's check CDC.org. Because it's the original site, so it might be hard to find the actual statistic, but as you can see, other websites use it as a statistic. So I'm going to say, can you verify? Let's put it in between for now. There are a bunch of list sources and there are no spelling and grammar errors. So we don't want that. All right, we don't want that. It serves to teach. It's not trying to sell anything, so I'm going to type that. And the information is unbiased. Are there political biases present? No, it's just giving me the data. So now I have my CRAP test. Okay, so the official source citation is an add-on. So I teach the class how to do this. It could be automatic. I don't have this add-on yet, so I'm going to get add-on. So you go to add-ons, get add-on, and EasyBib bibliography creator is what I'm looking for. Okay, so for some reason, EasyBib is not popping up. Okay, so the official source citation is something that I'm going to try for document add-ons. So you know what? I'm going to have to teach you in another video. Okay, so we're going to skip the official source citation. I might just take it out all in all, but that is it for the example. So you're going to do the same thing, but for your own websites. And you should have a majority of checkboxes good to go in the CRAP test. It doesn't have to be 100% complete, but most of it has to be complete. All right? Have a great day, everyone, and email me if you have any questions.